So we say the power of tasking. And number one, I'll be showing us the benefits of tasking before we get to how to task ourselves. It's just going to be in the next 15 minutes, we should be done here. So number one, tasking helps to predict your outcome. It predicts your outcome. That is, if a person will become a failure in life, I can predict that when I see what the person does every single day. If that person is going to be a success, I can predict very accurately that this person must succeed. So success and failure is predictable based on tasking. And number two, we're looking at the benefit, which say it guides your expectation. What are you expecting would help you or would give you the self-motivation. In our next meeting, we'll be talking about self-motivation. So I'll just put that on Monday morning, we're talking about self-motivation, very important towards success. So it guides your expectation. And that boosts your self-motivation. What are you expecting depends what you decide to do. A person who have no expectation will just end up being mediocre. You would not have the power to stand out if your expectation is not in place. But the truth about the expectation is that whether you are expecting something or not, you are expecting something. So if you are not expecting to succeed, you are expecting to fail. Then we'll say it increases your chances of success. When people look at you succeeding and they say it is by luck, there is no luck. Tasking increases your chances of success. Yes, when you are performing that task, definitely you might hit the rock. You might meet that failure. And when people talk about failure, it's not failure. It's only a way to do it better. So if you hit the rock, you should find a way that will make you succeed. And tasking gives you that power. When you tell yourself, this is what I ought to do, you need to do it. Because you need to stop acting by, somebody writes this down, it's not on this lesson, but I would say it. You need to stop acting as you feel. Start acting as you know. What you know you should do, that is what you should do, not how you feel. Some persons will say, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. Have you heard so many people say that? And that is what they ought to do. But they find themselves now doing irrelevant things, making up excuses, doing every other thing, just not to do what they know they ought to do. So when you task yourself, it increases your chances of success. If we had not been tasking ourselves right from time, we will not be here right now. And if we do not task ourselves further, we can't get to where we ought to get to. So persons that will be looking at your success tomorrow might not know the stages, what you needed to do every day. But they will just say, he has succeeded, she has succeeded. So it increases your chances of success. Then we say, it forces you out of stagnation. Tasking forces you out of stagnation. Many people are stagnated. Many people are delayed in life, and they go to church to pray, Father, break me out of delay, break me out of stagnation. There is no such thing as stagnation in the kingdom of God. People get stagnated because they fail to do what they ought to do. After you have prayed, what are you doing next? Okay, God will not come and pull you out of stagnation. You need to task yourself every day to see yourself moving forward. So if you don't know what you are doing to get forward, you will definitely remain stagnated. There is no two ways about that. Then we say it boosts your self-confidence. A person who knows just what to do every single day is a person of self-confidence. So tasking boosts your self-confidence. If you see a person who has low self-esteem, it's a person who don't know what he or she is doing with his or her life. So when you task yourself, this is what I need to do today, you are confident that that thing you are doing will definitely lead you somewhere that when people see you tomorrow, they say, yes, this person is moving forward. This person is a success. It is all about tasking yourself. And then we say it feeds your effectiveness. I believe someone is writing this down. It feeds your effectiveness. That's what tasking do for you. So how will it feed your effectiveness? Many people are not effective. They are performing at the lowest state of their abilities because they do not task themselves. Persons who are effective and productive are persons who task themselves. Now, something about tasking is that everybody can do it. But when you look at the life of a poor man, a poor woman, the difference between the poor and the rich man or the rich woman is just tasking. And tasking means doing what you might not like to do, but you just have to do it. Did you get that? Tasking is doing what you have to do, what you might not like to do, but you have to do it. So the poor person might just want to do only what they like to do, what they feel like to do. They want to watch the television, they go watch it. They want to listen to radio, they go watch it. They go listen. They want to play around social media, they go play around. And doing the right thing at that point, they will not do it. So when you become productive and effective, it means that you have learned to task yourself. Then number 7, it says it shatters the temptation of procrastination. So tasking shatters every temptation of procrastination. And that's why this brings us to it defines your amount of discipline. Only you will tell yourself, I am disciplined. Not to do what I'm supposed to do today, I start doing it tomorrow. So you become a disciplined person and you shatter every temptation of procrastination. I call it temptation because everyone, both the rich person, is tempted to put off what to do today, tomorrow. Every one of us, we are tempted that way. But the question is, will you give in to that temptation? If you task yourself, it will help you increase the amount of your discipline. It won't increase it, sorry, it defines it. So some persons here will task themselves, but yet they will not do it. So if you don't do it, then that should tell you how much disciplined are you. Then let's look at the very important one, which will bring us to the end of the meeting. How to task yourself. Set reasonable daily goals. Our goal right now to ensure we get Swiftbiz into the perfect momentum is call prospects every day. Reach out to prospects every day. Chat to prospects every day. If you don't call, you should be on the street talking to somebody. If you're not in the street, you could chat. However, you can reach up to someone and add them to your group. It is very important. You might not know or see the need of what you're doing, but the moment you do that, you have taken a step out of stagnation. You need to create your own WhatsApp group and then bring people in there every single day. Now, why we call it reasonable goal? If you will call, let's say, if your target is 5, let's just make a target of 5. Now, those 5 persons are not going to say we will join the business, but those 5 persons are the ones that say, yes, add me to the group and let me see what you are talking about. So for you to get that 5, you might have called 20. You might have called 30. It doesn't matter how many you have reached out to. It could be you just talked to 5 and the 5 said yes. Do not put off what you say you will do today to tomorrow and say, I will do more tomorrow. Never you do that when you task yourself. There's a parable that says, when you are passing a river and you say, I'll be throwing 1 stone every single day in this river as I pass by. Never you forget to pass by without throwing, and then tomorrow you come and say, I will throw 2 in today. It's just a parable about doing what you ought to do today. So do not pass today and say, I didn't get that 5 years to add to my group, and I didn't make presentations in my group because I was busy, then let me do it tomorrow. You have kept yourself in a circle of stagnation unknowingly to you. I believe you're getting this. So when you task yourself, I will get 5 years today. I will add them to the group and I will make presentation to them. 5 might sound small, but in 3 days, you have achieved 15. If you put that off today and you say, tomorrow I will do it, you might not even end up doing it. You might still put it off. That's the danger there. Because now the goal will now look so big that it was supposed to be 5, now it's 10. What made you not to do 5? How is it going to allow you to do 10? I believe you see the danger there in putting it off. So do the 5 today. Tomorrow, do the 5 tomorrow. Don't do 10 tomorrow. Do the 5 and you have achieved the 10. It takes discipline. It takes what? Discipline. To do what you don't like to do, what is outside your comfort zone, it takes discipline. So task yourself, set reasonable goal, and achieve it. For me, I do about 15 years, 20 years per day. I don't care how many persons I call. I just keep calling until I get that amount. Then we say, set time when to start and when to finish. That's very important. How to task yourself. When you have set that daily goal, then it is time to set your time when you start it and when to finish it. Because you have many other things to achieve that day. Don't use the whole day. Don't give the whole day. Say, I will do it anytime. I will do it. Let me just do it. No. If you are starting by 8 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon, do it. If you are starting from 12 to 6 in the evening, do it. If you are starting from 12 to 2, give yourself a set time. If you would get busy doing every other thing, if it is from 11 to 1, give yourself a set time when you start and when to finish. If you don't do that, the day will soon run down and you will say, oh, I said I would do it. I didn't do it. So work with your time. Or we have 24 hours per day. So, but you can do so many things on that day if you stop wasting the time unknowingly, unconsciously to you. Every time you are not doing what you say I will do, that is a wasted time. Your day can be channeled to very effective that this is what I want to do. You get it done. After that, you get into the next task. You want to take your break, know when you are taking a break. You must not be under a boss before you tell yourself what to do. And that's why the power of networking is so amazing. You are not controlled by any boss. You are on your own. You are the boss of your own. So if you don't take charge of your own self, how can you take charge of your team? How can you take charge of your own company? How can you take charge of that little business? It all starts with self-discipline. And that is what the power of tasking can do for you. So we say, don't do it tomorrow. Do it today. Do it right now. Thank you very much. And I appreciate every one of you. I believe this was helpful to you. If we have any question now on tasking, please, you are now permitted to speak. If you have anything that you have observed about yourself, of what you've been letting go and letting behind, let us also know how this has helped you right now. Thank you very much. So we can now unmute ourselves.
If we task ourselves, or let's assume I task myself on a particular project and strive hard to meet up, and eventually I'm unable to meet up, can I say I'm not putting enough effort?
Yeah.
Or there are other factors, limiting my success.
Okay, thank you for that question. It's very powerful. So your question is, if you set your goal and you tried to achieve it, you didn't achieve it, would you say you are not effective? Now, the answer to that question is, when you set a task, a daily task, because you would know what you want to pursue in the overall term, that is, let's say, your yearly goal, your monthly goal, and then you break it into a daily goal. Then you say, today, I will do this. Don't try to catch the monthly goal in a day. Break that monthly goal to 24 hours. Then break it into 3 to 4 hours in that day. What are you going to do today? Get it done. There is no way you put your best into your today to do something that you will not get it done. The only time you say you tried your best and you couldn't achieve it is when you're trying to do a monthly goal in one day. And that's why we said, set a reasonable goal that you can achieve that day. And if you have not achieved it, do not blame anybody. Blame yourself. Do not blame time. Do not blame friends that called you and you could not achieve it. Do not blame events that happened and you could not achieve it. Blame yourself. And once you blame yourself, it is my fault. I didn't try my best. Never you tell yourself you did your best when you did not get what you ought to do done. Don't. Once you say, I tried my best, you are beginning to blame some circumstances. Okay? So your best would be it will only be your best. To me, the way I define best, when you get it done. Because we are all responsible of our actions. Did I answer that?
It's clear. It's clear.
Thank you very much, sir. So just break the goal down little to daily goals. You will get it done.
Okay.
So, Mr. Korogo.
Thank you, sir. I think it's a very thoughtful and
thank you so much, sir.
timely lecture, because it has really spoken to me. Actually, I've not been setting a target or a task to be achieved.
Yeah.
I just wake up and do things the way it comes. So I believe by now I will set a task for myself so that I can get the targets done per day.
Yep. And then you see yourself making steady and always increased progress. That's the power of your targets. You can fix your alarm, fix your time alarm, or you write it down in a book. The way I do mine, I don't fix an alarm, but I write on a book every day my daily goal, and I put a square around it, like a square. Once I get that done, I tick it. I do it every day. So tick what you have achieved. If you say I will call 5%, the moment you call the 5, tick it. If you say I am going to the market to buy this thing, once you achieve that, tick it. When you say I'm going to call my friend or I'm going to call my parents, once you achieve that, tick it. So it must not only be to pursue some goals. You say, I want to take care of my family. I want to give my wife attention and my children. I want to show them some love. Today, once you do that, tick it. Those are your goals. I want to make my morning devotion and my night devotion. I want to teach my children the word of God. Once you get it, tick it. So you can also fix in your family affairs into your daily task, so you'll be more effective.